Hi Greg, thanks for being with us today.
Hi Lisa, thanks very much for having me.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have struggled with getting the sales process right in their business. So what you have to share with us today is really useful. So so just tell us, can you just tell us a little bit about your business stepping towards success?
Sure. My business Stepping Towards Success is about educating businesses on how to increase their sales results.
Yep.
And we do that by way of a combination of specialised sales training, which focuses on relationship selling, a consultative selling model, and the benefits of using that instead of just the sort of the cutthroat way of doing it, which I think is sort of been and gone now. And also we couple that with sales coaching, and we use profiling tools as well.
Excellent. So you've had over 10 years experience in sales. So what have you found is the greatest challenge that salespeople do have?
I think it's really understanding how to successfully build the relationships that will then actually bring in the sales results. There seems to be an old school of thought that you go out and you just get the sale and you hit the KPI, and it's not really about the clients. Whereas I think over the last sort of 10, 15 years, there's been more of a corporate focus on being more aware of the importance of building those relationships, because the repeat sales will come through.
Yeah. So if you're focusing mainly on relationships in sales, I gather they're pretty important to the success.
Absolutely. I mean, the relationships within the business itself, whether it be retail or business-to-business services, they're imperative, because they can either cost the company money or they can make the company money.
And why is it then, do you think, that people working in sales don't know that this is really important?
I think it's really got to do with the type and the quality of the training that they're actually getting.
Yeah.
I think the issue is that from what I've seen in my experience in sales, is that if you were to picture that as the actual space that the sales training realm is, I think a lot of the training really only sort of focuses up here and misses a lot of the really important training aspects, and that's got to do more of the human behavioural side of things, as to what motivates their customers to buy, how they make decisions, and why they'll actually come back to that particular company or that particular sales representative to buy more. It really boils down to your client or your customer answering yes to two questions, which is this salesperson like me, and is this salesperson, do they get me? So if your customer or client can feel that and they can answer yes to those questions, you've built that relationship foundation there, and they'll trust you, so they'll be more willing to come back to you and buy more.
Yeah, and I guess it's that familiarity with the person that
Absolutely
will get them coming back. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how do you work with and assist your clients?
Well, what I do is first of all, I sit down with my potential client, and I work out exactly what the issue is.
Yep.
Whether it be an issue with inconsistent results, it might be a low retention of client accounts, especially in the business-to-business services side of things. So if you're looking at, say, marketing services or insurance services, there's a particular point where the business actually needs to really focus on that continual forward revenue. And when that revenue drops off, there's usually an issue around the account, and if the account manager is not necessarily in sync with what's going on, then that can be an issue, especially if you're dealing with high-end accounts. So it's really important to understand their clients fully and actually know how to communicate with them effectively, and to be able to have that tough conversation at times, which is, you're cutting back your spend, look, why are you cutting back your spend with us, or spending more money. I think a lot of salespeople are actually afraid to ask for more money, or they're even afraid to ask for the sale, which is really, it's just an internal thing that they can deal with quite easily with some sales training or some sales coaching, which is what we do. But it's really based upon the needs of the client, and then what I do is I structure the training around that, and then I also follow up with the coaching to make them accountable to then make those changes.
Yeah. So would you go in and train a sales team or just one-on-one training?
Do a combination of both.
Yep.
The sales teams, I think, is important because what it does is it instills a consistent level of education and skills throughout the team.
Yep.
And then the coaching one-on-one will actually then get rid of any roadblocks that each of them have got to perform. Mm-hmm. So if you were to just train a team, which is similar to them all reading a book, they're all going to go out and then there's going to be different results.
Yep.
So by having the same training and then following up with coaching, you've actually got a very high percentage probability of them being more consistent rather than just training alone.
Yeah, and is that where the behavioural profiling comes into it?
Yeah, the profiling tools we can use within a team, we can also use on a one-on-one basis.
Yeah.
And also with managers working out how to better motivate their staff and understanding how to communicate with the sales team, because everyone works in a different way.
Yeah.
You can't manage, your sales team members in the one particular way. Everyone has their way of being motivated.
Yeah. So how can people get in touch with you if they're interested in finding out a little bit more about stepping towards success?
Well, the website we have, which is www.steppingtowardssuccess.com.au. Email is steppingtowardssuccess@gmail.com, and otherwise they can give me a call on 0405 298 232.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it.
Okay.